I'm saying?
Hold on, I'm trying to get the. Okay, so how do I get my headphones? This is interesting.
Rolling, rolling, rolling.
And then,
Everybody's rolling. I ain't got nothing to
So
be
how y'all been?
rolling. Well, one thing, we are actually live at
see?
5
Oh,
slash
man.
7 Central for real this time from the Piranha Pond StreamCast. How you guys doing? I want to welcome everybody to the Piranha Pond. I am your host, Director of Parks and Recs, Kingfish Mac, joined as usual by the piranhas in the pond. My boy, Mr. Franklin Dunn Flyer. What's going on with your baby boy?
What it do, man? What it do, y'all? It's a day, a Monday. How about that? We all in the pond.
That's right. That's right. Also, y'all know who brightens up the pond, brings it sparkle and bling. My beautiful cousin, Miss Nick Mo. How you doing, Shell?
Hey everybody, how y'all been? It's
Okay,
another week.
okay.
We in here.
Another week, and we are in here definitely. What's been going on with you guys this weekend?
Man, horrible football weekend for me, goddamn. It's horrible. Horrible football weekend for me. Other than that, it's been great.
Miami got dusted off, huh?
And so did my kids' team. So both my teams lost
Wow.
horribly. And shout out to the AU pilots, though. We grinders, though. The
That's
AU
right.
Harbor area pilots. Yeah, we still gonna get the number one spot in our division. That's for sure. Them kids were just fast. They had some strangely fast 9, 10-year-old kids. They were like Usain Bolt fast. I couldn't even catch them in my mind. That's how fast they were.
That's right. What's been happening with you, Shell?
Man, I'm here. I did some traveling this weekend. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this disconnected first. I'm trying to get these my little thing. But it was a decent weekend and stuff like that. Just chilled a little bit, didn't do too much. Went saw some of my friends, chilled out a little bit. Came back yesterday, got it ready for today. So back amongst the working class.
Yeah, you was saying to us that you had just got off of work. What's that all about?
Hmm.
Talk to me quick.
Girl got her a.
I mean, since you don't want to say nothing about it,
Right, right.
we gonna say it for you.
Parks
Congratulations,
and Rec.
goddamn.
We're gonna leave it like that.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you back
But
at it though.
I am doing things in the daytime now.
Back at
Well,
it. That's good things though.
congratulations.
Well,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you. Not too much, So, but
Now we got
I
now we
definitely
got to work hard at making it pay to quit that job and do this full time.
Yes,
that
sir.
part. That's why we
Hey,
out here.
Damn right.
I was
you
like,
know what I
I'm
was
good. I'm, I'll be at the house in a minute. Like,
That is so
my
fucking
volunteer
right.
work is not all day.
That's
bro,
right.
you know
That's
what I
right.
was thinking too? You could have came in live with me, especially because you know I have some fun, but you should have came in live with me. That would have been dope.
Who?
You aren't you in LA still?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. You should have came in live with me. You could have been live in one spot.
Yeah, but then the audio would have been reverb and would have had to been on one audio.
Oh
Yeah, we
man,
could have did that. We
could have did
probably
that
could have did
right.
that.
Like that would have been simple. Probably not
Yeah.
simple. We can make it happen. Nah,
I
we
was
can
kind
talk.
of
We talk
rushing to
about it
get
later.
back. I was rushing to get back to set up. Um, I had to go to the doctor today, so I had just got out about an hour ago and got back in time. Oh boy, my bad. Got back in time to set everything up. for us to get going. Well, it's just another Manic Monday, so we're going to talk about some of these hot topics. Frank, I know you up on this. Shell, I imagine that you probably are too.
Yeah, it's been on TV all weekend. I know, you know, they feel like they've recovered the body. FBI feels pretty confident that it's her. But
Yeah.
yeah, and what the
This morning, a
boyfriend or
major
whoever he was,
development in the
he is
case of
now
22-year-old Gabby Petito missing.
Yeah.
kind of fucked up.
I mean, that's how they do.
But I also heard she had some issues, huh?
Well, um,
They I heard there were two people who both had some issues, right?
right, right. It appears that some mental health issues were in play. Um, for those of you who might not be aware of what we're talking about, there's a girl named Gabby Petito, and her fiance Brian Laundrie was doing like a cross country van trip where they were doing vlog and kind of recording it and trying to get um, basically a webcat website or a streamcast or something like that going on. They were engaged to be married. At some point during the trip, um, they seemed to have some kind of problem, some kind of altercation where the police was involved. It was from there that we kind of learned that both of them suffered from some form of mental illness or another. She said that she suffered from OCD. He said that they both suffered from anxiety, and that she was in a manic state at that particular time. Uh, at some point, later, a week or so later, um, well, a couple of things happened. The boyfriend flies back from Utah to Florida to go help his dad clean out a storage space or something, and then flies back to Utah to meet up with his girl, who's still there in a hotel room. And after that, it's pretty much, she disappears. You don't hear nothing from him. He pops back up in Florida in her car. She lives with him and his parents in Florida at the time. Her parents live in New York. After however many days, her parents haven't heard from her. They fly down to Florida to hook up with the fiance's parents and go file a police report. When they get to the other parents' house, they get hit with talk to our attorney. Everything is going through our attorney shit. And from that point, the story kind of gets more strange. Well, not really. So it's a big search back in one of these national forests in Wyoming somewhere for her. Um, then, of course, him and his people are not giving any statements whatsoever.
Right.
It wasn't that they wasn't cooperating. They wasn't giving any statements and wasn't allowing the police any access to Brian. And then when it was announced that Brian was a person of interest, now he's missing.
He's in a
And his
win, right?
well, his parents filed a missing persons report Friday for him. So the focus of their search for him is in this big ass 25,000 acre plot of land
In
close
Florida.
in Florida that he has access to, that's got like 80 miles worth of trails, dirt trails going through them. So you got the
Well, let me
FBI.
ask a question. Maybe you can enlighten me. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Okay.
Why did he leave Wyoming?
Well, he said Utah. He left Utah to go back to help his dad do something with the storage facility, with the storage space.
So now he left her prior to her going missing. I'm
Yeah,
trying to get the gist.
yeah.
Okay,
She was still at the hotel. She had been seen after that.
Okay,
They
so
had been
she had
seen.
been seen.
Yeah, she'd
Okay.
been seen after that. But in terms of them continuing the trip where they were supposed to be going, then they get her parents get all these cryptic text messages from her saying that she was losing service in Yosemite. They wasn't supposed to be nowhere near Yosemite, and a bunch of other strange things that haven't been explained. So today, the latest thing is it's pretty likely that I think they may have announced in the last hour is they found a body yesterday, either yesterday or this morning, that
They say this from the description.
it fit the description. But in the last little bit of time, I looked, and it was I think that they were having a press conference that to confirm that it actually was her body. As a matter of fact, right before I logged on, I think I did hear the police chief say something to the effect of offering simple condolences to the family, to Gabby's family.
Now I know I think they said yesterday that they were going to be doing the autopsy tomorrow, Tuesday. I heard that on the news last night that the autopsy would be performed on Tuesday. They believe that it would be on Tuesday.
So I got a couple of interesting questions or takes on this, but first I'd like to know, what do you guys think about this whole scenario?
I'm tired of women going missing because what I can remember I vaguely remember the first case was that chick in Aruba years ago.
Right, Natalie, whatever her name.
There, it just kind of like then you sporadically started hearing about that again. But I mean, I feel a lot of ways about it, but because it's still somebody's sister, it's still somebody's child, and if they have kids, it's still somebody's parent. You know, like, stop fucking taking trips with people that you don't want to take a trip with. And if you know you don't get along with a motherfucker more than 45 minutes, then why would you want to spend 15 days with them?
But see, they were engaged to be married, though. They were like happy. From all the accounts, they were happy.
And don't get me wrong,
been together
I heard that it was that people had actually seen them happy. But then it was the scene to where she was freaking out over some shit too. Like you said, mental health issues played a big part of it. Maybe they shouldn't have been taking a road trip that fucking long with both of them possibly having mental health issues. Because why the hell are you gonna want to drive from Florida to what? Because her body was found in Wyoming, right?
Right.
That's what I heard. Yeah,
right.
But to be in Utah, like
they was moving around.
That's a lot of time on the road. Somebody you do like.
That nigga nasty one. What's happening, baby?
Possibly going to rub you the wrong way. Now, my question is this: so are we? Okay, he supposedly had left, but now why are we feeling like? Why are we feeling? So why is he a person of interest? Like, what did he like say he was gonna leave? But then
technically, he was the last person to see her alive.
Oh, okay.
He was the last person to see her alive.
He could have just said he was coming back, but he could have killed her before that. Is that what we're saying?
No.
And brought her from Utah to Wyoming? I mean, I'm saying it doesn't fit the timeline of him coming back, and besides the last people seeing them, I guess wherever they was in Utah.
I think that the only significance him coming back has is if you assume two things. Number one, that he was coming back to prepare to, do something to her and put her in the storage facility. And then two, that his dad was a part of that, right? Otherwise, him coming back was just something innocuous that was probably planned or something that popped up that he needed to do because he took a plane. He didn't drive back. He jumped on a plane, flew back, dealt with his business with his dad, and then flew back to Utah. And again, this was before they got to Wyoming.
Okay.
So
yeah, but okay, so
So there was definitely some time that he has been unaccounted for.
well, kind of, because they pretty much vlogged the whole fucking trip.
well, it didn't never get posted. Like they got the videos. They got all the videos
Yeah,
and shit, right?
and
And I think
they got police body cam footage from when they stopped them, when the police first got involved. They got all that now. Yeah, they got it's out there now.
right. So it wasn't like they had a channel where they had a bunch of content already jumping off. They were trying to get started. And this
Right.
cross country trip was going to give them a whole bunch of video footage of, that they could edit or whatever and post up on their page. As it turns out, they only got one video posted up on the page, and it's kind of edited video of a bunch of different things that they did together. And that's the only thing that they had posted, right? But that was during the middle of the trip. So,
When things might have still been going okay.
right. And from, I don't know, I was about to argue from a different way. So I think it doesn't even really matter because at this stage of the game, we can assume that she's dead. He's back in Florida, not talking. And the gist of everything, and I had a conversation about it earlier today. The gist of everything is that from the court of public opinion's point of view, why ain't he saying nothing?
Yeah. I was just gonna say, believe it or not, he wasn't gonna be my first thought or my first person with this. And I know that kind of may be hard for me, but I was not gonna say the boyfriend did it. I was not. I was more like, okay, somebody, because people, people credit that they, it's a lot right now. There's a lot of just trafficking. Period. So I figured
Mhm.
either she had got captured and she got trafficked, or
Or
somebody
this is
killed her.
whatever.
But
Right.
he wasn't that. That's why I had to ask, like, well, did he have gaps in his timeline? Because he wasn't the first person that I initially thought. I just thought that it was fucked up that he wasn't giving a statement, and that's what
Okay.
made him more and more seem like he was a little like. So why wouldn't you want to say something? Why wouldn't you want to give every bit of information you had of you seeing her before you left?
Because he don't want to
And then
OJ
incriminate
said
again,
himself,
something and
and
still didn't
or
get
and
he has
her.
something to do
Stop.
about it.
And then again, I had questions. So, like, if y'all took a road trip like that together, like, why leave? Why leave her? So,
So like
I
all
mean,
this
was it
stuff is
always
like new to me.
planned that he was going to leave at a certain point and she was going to finish off the trip? And if so, you're a single white female. Why the fuck was you going to be doing that by yourself?
It wasn't none of that. You would have to get to okay because it's weird. That's why I think it's such news because his movements. Okay, her movements are basically tracked allegedly by her parents and their interaction with her, and they're like every time they make a stop or before they go to a different stop, they would converse about it, either FaceTime or text about where they've been and what they've done. According to her side of the family, all they got from his side is his phone movements or the movements of other cameras. He ain't said shit, nothing,
Hey,
nothing. So it's weird. That's what I'm saying. And his movements and the way they spotting shit, like her van where it was, and basically in the middle of nowhere, to him having it, and now he got the van with her. Like it's weird. Okay, you gotta get to the case. The case is weird. It's weird as hell.
yeah. What you got? What you
It's
got, Nick
weird.
Nack?
Well, I really don't know much about it because, as y'all know, that I'm not up on current events to the fullest.
Oh,
Because
with the
yeah, yeah. So, but
It's a long time no
you
tweet
know,
around this motherfucker. This long time no tweet.
so so the thing is that from what I just got gathered from what y'all sent me today on a text messages or whatever, you know. So it seems like uh, my view of it is that first of all, he should make a statement anyways because your mind is wandering all over the place. But secondly, it's a high rate of a lot of women going missing in the United States that's not even getting this much attention. I'm talking about black women across the United States. So, you know, to highlight this one in this particular climate that we in right now, it's kind of right.
Yeah,
So,
I
um, yeah. So my thing is, you
so
know, it's kind of weirdo stuff going on, anyways, with people. When you say when you become transparent to people, if people are tracking your location on where you at, because if I was understanding, where the daddy showed up from that little video, whatever, or they had police contact, right? If you got your I'm pretty sure they got like an iPhone in what you call that iPhone tracker,
Yeah, track my
whatever it
yeah.
is, because now from what y'all was just saying right now that the parents had wherever she stopped, everything was coordinated. Now you don't know who's walking in these parks or right next to it, and you have a conversation. Oh, you did this and this, but now this is where my mind is, right? So let's get into the criminal mind aspect of shit right now, right? So you got this on camera that y'all had an interruption or some kind of
No,
civil
altercation.
altercation,
Right.
right? So the police really can't do nothing if the other person says, "Hey, civilly, did he do something? Do you feel like you threat? Oh, this is my possessions. He's whatever, right? Now this is known, right? But let's take it to the other side. How you know they didn't get to somewhere closer? But it looked like it sounds like. I'm not saying look like. It sounds like both of them had some mental issues going on
We
with
said
each
that
other.
Friday you coming
Who's
on the
better than
call.
the other
Yeah.
one?
At this
You know
point,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Who's better than the other one? And she's like, well, I got means to get back, so fuck it. I'm just gonna get out. Hey, somebody, you know what I'm saying? Get me away from this guy because it sounded like they was trying to be separate. I know for a fact, right? I don't know how many people been in like seeing violence happen between couples, but they normally say y'all need to separate for a couple of hours.
Well, that's what they did.
Did the separation
they
occur?
tried to anyway. Yeah,
Okay,
Well, they
so
took no, they left her in the van and they took him to a hotel.
right, right.
so y'all tell me,
Okay, so
so catch me
they
up. So
left her
that's when
with the
she disappeared,
transportation.
But she ended up at the
or did
hotel
they get
though.
in and travel to another state?
What?
Well, the van
Oh,
was hooked up like they was living in the van, it was
It was
hooked
a
up like a
convertible.
camper. It was
Yeah, it was a
converted,
converted. What was that joint called? Transit.
Astro. Yeah,
Astro.
but
Ford Transit.
Yeah, there
but
you
Nick,
go.
I think
But it
what
was
you're
converted.
asking is that no, he they were seen at the hotel together after that. That's what
Right,
y'all saying, right? Yeah.
right.
So
Yeah.
at
They
some
were.
point
Yeah,
he
she
got back
ended
to
up
the
at the
Oh,
hotel. They
hotel.
were seen together. So there was a time stamp on that. And like no, they
Yeah.
were actually seen at this time back at the hotel together. That's why I was trying to get some
so
clarity on
y'all,
it too.
yep.
I was just like,
Matter of fact, from the way I
So y'all
understand it,
catch me
wasn't
up to
that
it,
the
right?
last place they see each other together?
I'm not sure what the last place is because now you have since they found the body in the woods or
Oh,
whatever, you got a variety of different people coming out
Oh,
saying, well, you have this one couple, they actually have video where they say, well, we think we saw their van or van like that in
yeah,
the area.
exactly. That's what I was saying. And
And
they
then you
went by it like two times and shouldn't they filmed it the second time or something like that.
then you have another couple saying that they saw them having some kind of altercation, right? And that they saw him hitting her. But again, you take all that shit with a grain of salt right now. And again, all of the what, where's, and why fors
mm-hmm.
is kind of just for our own personal edification, salient or not, right? Because the fact is the girl is dead and the boy is missing, presumed to
How
be.
did he get back?
He drove back in the van.
Okay, so that autopsy
Oh,
will tell
and
time of death, and if it overlap, if it You better hope it shit overlap from when he touched base back in Florida.
And also to answer Nell's question, they the FBI or whoever that is investigating the case, they got access to the van in Florida. But the documentary thing I was looking at, the stepfather was saying, yeah, well, we got one shot at this kind of thing, so we want to make sure that we get all the information from it that we can. So I guess that it's part of the search warrant.
So my thing is though, right? So the overall, so my thing is, I got to go here, right? So what is the misdirection of this case being so sensational across the United States now, right? Because it reminds me of that Netflix show, Making of a Murderer. You know, like they actually got somebody, but it's so many people that came in contact. And now, you know, we got this pandemic going on. It's like, who did she actually come in contact with? Because if we, like from what y'all telling me, is that she was in clear communication with everybody. Even if she had a place where she had whatever kind of phone reception or whatever, texting, you know what I'm saying, that it would have been a part, even if she gets an arm lift away from him, it's not like he looked like, do y'all seen like from the stuff that y'all seen that he was like a mayhem kind of dude, like this grab and snatch up and just choke her, like this choke her all the way out, because he would have choked
But
her
you
out.
ain't gotta seem like that in
You know
front
what
of
I'm saying?
cameras
It's
or
not,
in front of people.
no, but
You can snap on the
I'm
bitch,
saying,
you know what I'm saying?
they say no, but I'm saying it seems like they had ample enough opportunity to separate. So if she felt like she
Yeah,
was
let's
any
get that.
danger, you know what I'm saying, or a mental breakdown of that situation without even caring about stuff, because people had a heightened aware of senses these days, especially in this climate, right? That I could say like this, you're not going to be gang goofy and be like, okay, well, this dude is pushing to the line. I don't want to be a part of it more. And clearly, if he could fly, she could fly. Right? Did she walk away and rid of a thing? It's like, I'm just gonna, you know, jealousy. What, you know, that's the stuff we don't know, because, like you said, he's doing what he's
That's
supposed to do. He
exactly
don't
what we
supposed to
don't know.
say nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's his
He
right,
don't
and
supposed to
he
say
invoked
nothing. Y'all
that
figured
shit.
it out.
Now,
You know what I'm saying? So we
let's
was like,
let's stop.
y'all be stand up in humans and say something, please.
Okay, so you're
For the
coming
What?
from the
Say,
standpoint to where it's smart. It's actually smart for him to say less. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
fuck up
smart
for
as
saying
fuck.
nothing,
That's the
yeah,
smartest thing
he
in the
said
world to
he
do
said
is not to say
nothing.
shit. That's the best
But
thing in the
now,
world you could
but now
ever do.
she dead, and here. Okay, so basically you saying that the burden of proof is you need to prove I killed her.
Hey, that's why they
That is
get
what
paid
it
to say
So,
always
and
is.
I'm gonna
That's
shut up
why they
until
get paid the big bucks.
accuser.
you charge me with killing her. Yes, I'm a person of interest, but I guess everybody else that came in contact her with. So
The
y'all saying that it was
smartest
actually smart
motherfucker
on his
ever, boy.
behalf.
Not only are we ain't gonna say shit, but
Yeah.
our family ain't gonna say shit. So take that.
Yeah,
We
but
all
because
invoking this right,
the
nigga.
evidence is on. Look, the thing is,
Yeah.
right? The
Do your
evidence,
motherfucking
I'm gonna say
job,
it, the thing
nigga.
is on the accuser. On the accuser. Who's
Right, yeah, that's
accusing
what
them
the
of
burden of
doing
proof
this?
is on the defense. Right. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, on the
You know
accuser.
what? And
Yeah, we
and
all
I'm gonna just
accusing
go
them,
ahead and
or
say
the
that.
parents.
Nigga,
This is
as
another
long
reason
as
to
your boat
where,
ain't got no leaks, nigga, right that bitch out.
and this is why and this is why shit just sad. Let me tell you why it's sad to
Fuck
me.
that.
Because this is just another situation to where it makes you not instinctively just trust somebody. You would think in a grand scheme of things, you meet somebody great, things go well. Hey, things going real well. You know, we're gonna decide to take a road trip. That should be, it should be fine. But now you gotta put 15 fucking apps on your phone. You
Mm-hmm.
gotta call somebody every goddamn day and be like, I'm alive, girl. He ain't
Hey,
killed
look,
me
dude.
yet. You
Look,
know,
right quick.
I'm just
But
Right
I'm
saying
quick.
saying,
that
who even?
Like a
that
referee says,
that
hold on, like a referee says at the beginning of a boxing match, right? Right? Protect yourself at all times, goddamn it.
right.
At
But
all
it
times.
just seems like it's
Shell,
just like it's
Shell, Shell.
come
Allegedly,
on.
like you said, you gonna have that blapper in your purse. If he gets sideways from
Man,
here to Texas,
man, at all times.
allegedly,
You know.
Hey,
At all
pull over there
times.
and let me get this
But
pop
hold
out.
on. But I'm gonna say this though, and I don't know who. They're grown, so I don't know who could have actually stopped them. But they didn't appear to be that old
Matter.
to me. But I'm saying this: if I, my child have mental health issues, and if it was already known that this guy did too, I'm probably gonna do everything in my power. Like, even if y'all want to go, you know, y'all want to go next door to Georgia or whatever, maybe y'all could do that. You want to go up Florida to Tallahassee, maybe you can do that. But I don't feel like two people, and I hate to do that. Y'all, people with mental health issues, I'm not trying to like just stagnate or just put
Right,
y'all in
no
a category on a
disrespect.
box. 'Cause we all got some type of fucking issues. But what
Yes,
I'm saying
sir.
is that that's a long way to, because in the scheme of things, you always, like I said, I don't know who could have stopped them. But
So,
again, looking at the video, they both didn't appear to be that old. Somebody be like, man, that's that's too far.
But
Like y'all
but
both
Shell,
y'all both a lot unstable to be making a trip
so
from
Shell,
here to Utah to Wyoming. Like that's a lot.
so Shell, just like you said at the beginning, right? In a couple of episodes ago, where it's been a while, but you was like toxicity leads with toxicity. Hurt people hurt people, right? So they're trying to say they're gonna start a business together, and from what y'all saying, and the mama and too many other people involved, right? Because now it's the heart thing. And pretty much this dude is getting Scott Peterson. This reminds me of the Scott Peterson thing. I
Oh, but
don't
I
know
believe
who
he did
ever
it.
remember on,
He did
you
it.
know what I'm
mhm.
saying? But I'm just saying,
Scott Lacey Peterson,
right?
yeah.
But the whole
Scott
thing,
fucking did
Yeah.
it.
but the thing, but the thing is, right?
That motherfucker did it.
but the whole thing is they had he didn't say nothing, right? They had
Just as
a
guilty
woman
as
that was actually
OJ.
scarred, you know what I'm
That
saying?
motherfucker
That
did
that
it.
was
Hey,
scarred
hold
and they like got
on.
at him,
Hold on. OJ was acquitted.
you
Y'all got
know.
to knock that off.
And then go write a book. If I would have did it, this is how.
According to the lay of the law, that nigga not guilty, nigga. That's what they
And
said,
you
right?
wonder why this girl family just continue to sue your ass.
If the glove don't fit,
Yeah.
you know the rest.
You
You know?
must have quit.
So
but
so so
but
so
now
so
it
so
appeared that it does seem like they had some toxicity going on. It does appear like they have been back and forth, and they're known to get into arguments and go back and forth. Again, another reason why that might have been too long of a road trip to be trying to take together.
But like
Sometimes
Nick
you
was
gotta know your
saying,
limitations.
toxic
Especially
is
so
if you
y'all
is
tell
can't
me,
pulled
right?
like
So
if we can't go a day without breaking up, why the fuck I'm gonna go to Wyoming with you on a road
yeah,
trip?
on the trip.
This
Yeah.
one you
no,
I
be
ain't gonna
so
one of
but
y'all
goddamn
be
but the
back
thing
with that
is, right?
motherfucker.
me to pull this piece of iron out and be like, bitch, you say one more thing. Out of order.
But
Out of order. Let me show you what pistol
so
whip is.
so so y'all tell me, right?
That's why you
Since y'all
don't do
both
that
got
type
married,
of shit,
so
white
how did y'all
people. Go find some
What you
black
say,
people that
Nick?
ain't
I promise you, if I ever pull the trigger, I'm gonna call them and tell them that I did it. I'm prepared to do some time.
Okay,
I
so
hope y'all
that
gonna come
now
get somebody on my book.
now that's a good segue, right? That's a good segue because in this conversation that I had earlier today, I actually had to fucking address something that I thought was kind of funny, right? And that is this. What I actually thought was funny right now is listening to the three of you guys kind of, you guys share my point of view about shit, right? But what the vast majority of the sentiment is in the media, and probably what, pretty much, a lot of people that you're going to talk to that want to seem like good people, right? What they're going to say is, or what the focus is going to be on in this particular case is, why you ain't saying nothing. You got to know something. If you know what happened to that girl, you need to tell them people what's going on with that girl so that the family can have some peace and this, that, and the third. And it actually came about. I was watching fucking newscast about the shit this morning, and there was a detective on there, and the detective said, this is exactly what he said. He said, any criminal suspect or person of interest has an absolute Fifth Amendment right to remain
Not
silent
incriminate
and not
themselves.
incriminate themselves. And I understand that. I understand that's what your lawyer is going to tell you to do. But from the point of view of somebody who loves, this is the great love of your life. Why wouldn't you
Public
want to
opinion.
tell us exactly what
What
happened to her the last time you saw her, this, that, and the third? And the minute that you invoke the silence, when you don't want to talk to us, then we automatically look where, I mean, we know where to look at. And I said to myself, okay, so what you're saying is that if I invoke my Fifth Amendment rights to remain silent,
You're
I
guilty.
have to do so at the cost of my the inference of me being innocent
The
before
reputation and
Or
everything
guilty,
else.
right, right.
before I
Before
plead
I even
guilty,
get the
right?
trial.
So
Right.
so I don't get no assumption of innocence because I shut my fucking mouth. Are you telling me that one of my constitutional protected rights cancels out the other?
According to them.
Yeah.
Not if you got
Oh
a good
yeah,
lawyer.
because you're supposed to be transparent these
I
days.
mean,
Not if you got a good lawyer. That's why they told everybody to shut up.
in essence, yes, because again, like you said, if you know in your heart of hearts that you didn't do it, you
No.
trying to scream it from the mountaintop. You
No, you're not.
well, I'm saying, most
I don't want to sit here and have to explain 100,000 times that I don't know. I
There you
don't
go,
know,
right there.
nigga.
But
How
hold
many
on.
There
times
you
y'all
go,
gotta tell
right
y'all?
there.
I
But
don't know. I don't know.
but
I
we're
don't know.
talking, but
I don't know.
hold on, but
Speaking
we
of
say
flogging.
we
I
talking
don't know.
about somebody else's point of view because until having a conversation with you all, I kind of feel like, well, if he ain't do it, then he should say something. So up until this conversation, now that okay, well, you know what? Because now it just seems like no matter what he do, even if he say something or he don't, right now he's still a person of interest. So even if he shot from the mountaintop now, like, well, now she dead. So now you really a person of interest.
Right.
And
So now you really
and
ain't
even
gonna
if
say
y'all
shit.
fought, and now it just looks bad because even if y'all fought in Yosemite and you did leave, somebody witnessed that fight. Somebody
So
somebody said that they that there was a van there that it looked like it was the same one. There was a couple there that may have gotten into a fight. That could have been him. Not saying it was, it could have been. So even if you did now, you're damned because now you somebody has placed you at the scene and you might not it might not have been you, but again, I get it, but
As
it's
long as you
sad
get it.
because
As
So
long as you get it.
yeah,
so so what you
it's not a good
telling me?
it's not a good position to be in anyway, no matter
It's the
what.
best
I
well,
think he
position.
did
well,
it though.
so here, you know, in jail, right?
Hmm.
In the law library, every law clerk is going to tell you, um, you never talk to the police, and every attorney is pretty much going to tell you, don't talk to the police without representation of counsel. But we say don't talk to the police because they tell you what it is when they read you their rights. They tell you anything that you say can and
And will
will
be
be held
Will.
against you
in a
in a
court of
court of
law.
law. They can say shit about what you say that's going to be held for you.
Mm-mm.
As a matter of
Mm-mm.
fact, they
Mm-mm.
try to exclude that shit.
All
Anything
that
that you
shit.
say,
Yeah,
anything that you say that might, you know,
reasonable doubt.
yeah,
Right.
lend to, lend
Right.
to
Well, we got
bolstering
into it
a
yesterday.
reasonable doubt.
Okay, so y'all fought yesterday and you killed her. You said me
Exactly.
say all that. I said we fought yesterday.
So and
Oh, they're
coupled
gonna say
with
you killed her though.
and if you couple it with all the particular facts that we know to be true up to the missing point, right? Them shooting videos, them having, this tumultuous fucking relationship. The engagement had been called off prior to them leaving one
Tears
time
and shit.
before.
The
Now I'm
road
saying
trip was going
the,
wrong real
the
quick.
road trip is going bad. You got police contact. You know what I'm saying? Where you admitting that, you pushed her face away or whatever, and you got
Going
scratches
wrong
on you,
quick.
and now her ass is missing,
Missing
right?
bride.
Under
All
whatever
that.
circumstances, right? Let's just
You
say
guilty.
this motherfucker just had it up to here. Because remember, in the police video, he said, "Look, she was going crazy. I grabbed the keys and jumped in the car and locked her ass out." And she was saying, "Yeah, he locked me out, and I was scared he was gonna leave me here." Now, what if it got to that? And this nigga was like, look, man, I ain't going through this shit. I'm out of here, bitch. Find your motherfucking own way home. And took her car, right?
Right. And got the fuck
Took
on.
her
Now
car
let me
and
tell you
bounced.
now.
And
now,
then something
now
happened
even
to her.
and even if
Oh, see, why you didn't tell me that?
and hold on, but and even
Oh.
if all of that did happen at that point, because and I'm gonna just say this, it ain't just because she was a woman, because she was a single white fucking female. You needed to call her parents and be like, look, I need to get from out of here. I'm gonna need to leave her. Maybe we could make some arrangements. Y'all can make some arrangements to get her back, you know. But this not working. It's going bad real quick. I mean, maybe that conversation would have took the light off of him some, but but you can't take no road trip with somebody that far away and just leave their ass and think that it ain't gonna come back on you if something happens to him.
Well,
You
I'm not
think
saying
that you
I'm not saying about him not thinking that something was gonna come back on him. Well, let's just take it a step further.
Well, I'm just saying,
No, let's say this. Let's say they in a fucking argument or whatever, and shit is going erratic. How that went prior to the police, and he pushed her, and she fucking fell and hit her head on a rock, and now her ass is dead. No more heartbeat, no pulse. He there in the middle of fucking nowhere, and what the fuck do I do? 19 years old, however old this motherfucker is, not old enough to think rationally. Certainly not that. And this motherfucker jump in the van and leave her ass under a fucking rock quarry somewhere and drive back to Florida and go call his daddy, who gonna tell him what to do. And his daddy called a lawyer.
Gonna open your mouth.
Right.
That's exactly why.
Right.
And technically, you pushed her, so you killed her.
You leave motherfuckers to
No,
their
no, no,
own
no,
device.
so-
And that's why the motherfuckers get paid the
So
big
look-
bucks, though.
But this is the thing, right? So let's all what you just said, Matt, right? So how we didn't know. Now, first of all, I'm gonna put this in the mix, right? What if she would have murked him and left him behind? Would she have been justified? So I'm gonna put that in the mix, right?
So
then the second thing is, right? Look, how you know if she wasn't on the cliff, she said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna end it right here," and just jumped. Cause she looked like, so from what you said, the video said she was all erratic, she was already panicking, and he's like, when he stepped down, he's like, "Look, I got in the car and like belt, but either it'll be a stolen car, domestic violence, or whatever." So I'm just saying, I don't know much about it from what you just said.
I guess what I'm saying,
guess we go with no matter her body was found, they not saying that it appears to have been suicide.
What I'm saying is, you can take the worst case scenario that you want, right, to where this girl is dead, and the reasonableness about what happened, right, is going to be questioned by him, right, in his mind. And then the question becomes, do you tell on yourself to give other motherfuckers some comfort? Because remember, the girl is dead. She ain't coming back. So nothing that you say, all that
allegedly,
shit.
We don't even know if that's her body, right? Do they know that's her body?
No, we pretty much know.
I think they had enough descriptive things to match it up. I think the autopsy is being done tomorrow. I heard that yesterday that they were going to be.
But again, Nick, that don't matter, because again, we coming from the point of view that he knows she dead, but not dead by anything that he did maliciously. He didn't choke her ass out. He didn't throw her off the fucking shit. He didn't push her down. You know what I'm saying? It's just some shit that happened, and she ended up dead after all this shit they've been through. How do you? Look, man. I'm a nigga who's been to the penitentiary. I ain't calling the fucking police. I'm calling a lawyer, right? That's just me. And I'm liable not to show up to wherever the lawyer telling me to fucking be at. Right. Because I already know how it's gonna look for me. You know what I'm saying?
Do your job. Come get me.
Maybe this young ass white boy thought about that shit the same way. Like, there ain't no way in the world they're gonna believe that this shit was some accident or that she hurt herself on herself. So fuck that. What do I do? And Pops is like, bring your ass back here. I'm calling Swinestein right now.
Right.
I'm calling Wilbert and Swinestein right now.
I'm calling the boys right now.
Don't get on no planes. Don't get on no bus. Get in the car and drive fast as you can.
Bring your ass right on, nigga.
I'm just saying, once we get to there, what actually happened doesn't even matter no more.
Don't matter. Cause
right?
that's up for y'all to figure out, Nick.
Right, because now I ain't gonna. It's like Frank said. I'll be damned if I try to explain to 12 motherfuckers that ain't me how this shit happened and make them believe me with my life, the rest of my life in hanging
So
in the
how do
balance.
we?
The other side of
That
the
don't make
coin
no
is that
sense.
the other side of the coin is that me coming forward, right? Remember, I know she's dead, right? Now the parents is stressing, oh, we just want to bring our daughter home. We want to know where she is. Is she okay? Is she trapped under a tree? This, that, and the third. Is she dehydrated? We just want to bring her back. They're still living with the idea of this girl being alive, but I know she's dead. What the
So
fuck
let
am I
me ask.
telling? What can I tell them?
Right. So
I
let
can't
me
tell
ask
them
you
nothing
this
that's gonna
now.
bring her back. And anything that I tell them, anything that I
They're
say
not gonna accept.
is well, it's not even about, even if they accept it, even if they, the only thing I'm
Unacceptable.
doing is giving solace to some other people that loved her at the
So
Yeah,
expense of
with
all
all
this
that,
fucking
gotta pay.
turmoil.
okay. So with all that, and now a dead body has been found. Who suggested it? And was that great advice to give? Who suggested you go in the wind? And was that sound advice to give?
I don't, first of all, I don't know if he's in the wind, right? That's the first
Well,
thing. Because he might have went somewhere to hurt himself. Remember, we're talking about two mentally
okay.
unstable
Well,
people,
still, he's in the
but we
wind.
don't
Ain't
want to think
nobody hurt
about,
from him in over 3 days. So
we
this
don't want to think
motherfucker's in the
about,
wind.
we don't want to think about the mental unstableness about this particular individual because we're thinking of him as some monster ass man that killed a woman and shit, right? But the actual facts of it, because we just was talking about it, is these are two people who are dealing with
Both,
mental,
right,
they're both mentally unstable.
right.
So for him to
And you
fucking run
absolutely
off
right.
somewhere and
And
kill
we,
himself
yes,
is
we would
certainly
want to
in the
hope that
wheelhouse.
we wouldn't want to think that he's somewhere in Florida hanging from a chimney. Yeah, you're right. I mean, we wouldn't want to. But if he ain't dead,
Secondly,
which I
secondly,
don't really feel like he is dead, but if he
So,
ain't dead, who gave him the advice to run?
and then secondly,
but you know what though?
well, let me
I'm
finish.
sorry.
Let me
I
answer the
got something
question.
to say.
Let me answer the question. So, secondly, the answer to the question is it would have been the attorneys, right? And they wouldn't have told him go on the lam, run from prosecution, because remember at the time he wasn't being sought, right?
So
So it was
if he is in the wind, if and that's if this is totally his own doing. It's not because counsel has advised them. I think you should go rogue for 3 days.
if I was an attorney, right? If I was his attorney prior to them charging him with anything, right? Prior to them fucking
'Cause I'm
coming and
pretty sure they
knocking,
told him don't leave the state. Yeah.
you can't tell a motherfucker that, right? That's the first thing, right? That's a bunch of shit from the movies, right? You can't
Okay.
restrict the motherfuckers' movement throughout the country without putting them in some kind of custody under the care of the fucking court. The court can tell you can't go nowhere, but the police can't tell you a motherfucking thing. So let's just start there, right?
Okay.
So there's nothing to restrict you. And as an attorney, I would anticipate that they're going to indict you, right? Before indicting you, I would anticipate that they're going to want to do a fucking either in custody or a voluntary interview, right? With the presence of your attorney and shit, right? Because remember, the Fifth Amendment allows you to not say nothing. It allows you to talk through your attorney. It allows you to consort with your attorney before you answer a question, but it doesn't allow you not to show up when they demand your fucking presence, right? You gotta show up. So
You just show up and not say shit.
So before they issue a demand for me to show up, or for you to show up, what I would tell you is I would anticipate that they're going to want to question you, and we don't want to answer any questions. So if you can make yourself unavailable, go take a trip some fucking where. And there's nothing illegal about that.
So look, so this is my thing,
So
right?
okay, go ahead, Nick.
So let's take. gonna put some blood in the piranha pond, right? So from what y'all been saying to me, right? So like this a quick quick downplay on all the stuff, right? So I think it was a suicide pact. From what y'all, all the stuff that is gathered right now, right? A suicide pact. He carved out, right? Because it seems like
that
they had,
type of shit.
Yes, sir. That's where he took it.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah. So
if
the
it's
thing is,
facts,
right? Because they
it's
started
just another theory.
Getting along.
Hey,
Hold on.
right.
It's workable
And that would
theory.
be okay if they was getting
Right.
along. They wouldn't even getting along.
But they were
Yeah,
at
but that's
first
the-
though.
that's the whole
Apparently,
thing,
because they
because-
took the trip.
Right? They had to go on this thing. So in the same time, the most sensational shit of all, right? It's these two young people trying to start a business. They already knew that they had a thing, and it's not far-fetched because it sounds like that they gave a part where it was a disruption. It did something to get the awareness of the cops, right? But I haven't seen none of this. So you say in the video, but it clearly shows that there was up in arms about something, right? And it's like, what we're gonna do with it? Let's go see the world instead like it's peachy clean. And motherfucker, he was like, hey, she did it, Dad. You know what I'm saying? So but people want me to be morally right and answer some questions. Well, I'm still confused on. And now you said this dude is Vince. So if the thing is right, 9 times out of 10, this murder suicide thing for these people that's on in this mental thing, and they can't get away from this they self, right? This American dream is turning to poo now, right? The social media, whatever. And so tell me, what's the one thing you picked up from the video, Keith, or whoever seen where they were saying that? What was the argument? Was it argument on content? Was it argument on they wasn't getting no money? They wasn't revenue?
She was saying something about how he didn't feel her vision, or he didn't feel she was taking her serious, or some crazy shit like that.
Mhm.
It wasn't
Wow.
about like
That right there just
anything
put it in a nutshell,
in
right?
particular.
They
Yeah, it
ain't
wasn't.
shit. Their whole life is poop.
But that ain't saying shit though. That ain't saying shit. That ain't saying a motherfucking
But-
thing. Oh, he
Be
don't believe
transparent.
in me. He don't believe in my vision. I'm finna jump off a cliff. Nah, I don't believe in this bitch. I'm finna choke her out. Nah, that ain't saying shit. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
Ain't
Frank,
saying shit.
allegedly, I've seen some stuff. People cut they wrist this way, pour a lot of fluid on it, put a little bit on you, set themselves on fire, and it's like you going down with me.
You
Not
coming?
that far effect because you just told them their life was food and they ain't shit. You know what I'm saying?
Real
I don't
shit,
even
though.
know I'm still journeying with you. Right? Whatever chemical imbalance or whatever, they knew it was toxicity from the family before they even left on the strip. If I said, oh, y'all need to break together, but the one thing Cheryl just said, right, that after all that, he was in a safety zone, right? All he had to do is keep his mouth closed, but he just vamped. The lie is too big for him now. He had to go to himself because they're gonna say now he's not a man because he didn't even save this girl. Like even if he came up with the story, he's still guilty by association anyways. Period. He's guilty of even being a simp. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't.
He guilty.
Didn't like if he
The
loved
time
her.
he got in that damn car, he was guilty.
Yeah, the whole thing. The moment that he called somebody else and said, "I can't control her actions or her thoughts," y'all just said he actually was scared and hit the door and rolled up the window. Like, nah, get away from me. You know what I'm saying? So how outrageous that she was. And then now tell me something else. Did the cops actually ask her, was she in danger? Y'all?
Yeah, they did all that shit. They did. They took her to her side, interviewed her by herself, asked her all the key white girl questions, and she answered them the key white girl way.
Did she have
That's how I
scratches?
know
Or
what I
he
know.
had scratches? Did he have?
He did.
Or she had?
He had the
He had
scratches.
scratches.
The only thing he supposedly had done to her was
grabbed her
her
face and pushed her face.
Just pushed her face like, get off me, man. Get
And
out
then
my
jumped
area.
in the car.
Broken bones?
No, that's when he
I don't
jumped
know.
in the car. He pushed her off of him, pushed her by her face, pushed her off of him, and jumped in the car and locked the door.
Right. That's all he did to her. And then somebody seen them arguing and called the police.
He called the police.
They didn't call the police on each other. Somebody else seen the commotion and called.
This shit
So she actually was the
quick.
So she was actually the aggressor in here. She was the actual abusive
police,
according to what
the
they
police
saw.
The police deemed it a mental health call rather than a criminal issue.
Because they both right off the bat mentioned some type of disorder,
some type of mental health disorder.
Yeah.
And he said that they both suffer from anxiety, but she says she suffers from OCD.
OCD, yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, that was a binding. What you want to call that? Romeo and Juliet suicide mission. We're gonna see the world videotaping, so everybody will are peachy keen.
I mean,
and at the
it was
end,
a
he sent
suicide
out.
mission because these two particular people with mental health issues shouldn't have been taking a trip that long together in the same presence with each other for so
they
long.
Xanax and that medical
But
shit.
again, at only the ages that they were, I really feel like she had a mama and a daddy.
Hey,
Somebody could have been you know, and that's why I said, you know, you can't make nobody do nothing, but
I'm gonna float with Nick on this one.
Feel like, you know, like
somebody
should have been like,
he chickened out on suicide.
I'd be like, you ain't about to take no trip. This motherfucker got he
I think he chickened out,
but you know, and y'all talking about going to Wyoming and Utah and y'all driving.
She cut that man nuts off. And he was like, I got a lot to say. I'm not falling behind your content.
There were her
right
friends
now.
or family members who've been like, you shouldn't take this trip. Like, I really, maybe y'all should start out small. Go to Disneyland or something.
Hey, Michelle, I bet you it's a diary.
15 hours at Disney together. Okay, well, hold on. Disney works out.
Take a walk around the block right quick.
Well, why don't y'all take a 10-hour, maybe 11-hour trip to Carolina? Let's see how that works out. Before somebody says you're going to take a 3-day venture to Utah and Wyoming. Like,
the hilarity, bro.
No. Hey,
but yeah, I'm going to float on Nick
right?
Cloud on that one, though. I'm going to float on Nick on that one.
This the other thing, right? You know that
I wouldn't even
family funded this trip. No, listen, right? So I want to know where the money, all of the money trail, who funded this trip? Because if they didn't have no thing, so that her parents funded this trip, and they asked him to go along. You know what I'm saying? Somebody actually had to fund this cross-country trip. It ain't cheap. That's $75. You know, because they was trying to get that much matter.
Yeah.
I'm with you. That nigga chickened out.
Yeah, he chickened out. That she murdered him. He was like, and he's like, finally, it's over with. So he was like,
my nigga back there was like, nah,
I'm good. I'm not going out like this.
Even though things went bad real quick, I felt like maybe he, you know, like he may have to stay with her, but I just have a problem that he left the way he left.
No, it's not. He said, you know what?
But that's why Nick theory makes sense to me.
Well, hold on.
The thing is, he left right left.
Hold on. And maybe because I'm coming from it from the point of view of how women get trafficked. You know, I probably would care about that. You know, like
that's why I say
leave her here like this, and I know I got issues, but I know she got issues. That's why I said, you know, like what was the communication like with her dad? Like, look, I don't want to leave without getting her on the plane. You know, how can we work this out? You know, like clearly we're not gonna stay together. This trip is going real bad, real quick. But what I am committed to is getting her to the airport. Can maybe we get together and get her a ticket? I'd rather see her get on the plane, get home before I leave here and just leave her here. And now I'm in a position where is it advised that I don't say shit about the trip to nobody because now I'm a person interested in this whole deal.
That's why we've been. That's why we have been bestowed the knowledge of Nick.
Because if he didn't do it, that was the worst case scenario that could have happened to her. That she dead now, and he really didn't do it.
Nick has seen right through the whole shit already.
No, but look.
And I'm not laughing. Okay, the ladies and gentlemen, anybody watching, it's not a funny situation, but what I'm saying is that that's the worst to be in if you really didn't do it.
And this is just our opinions, not fact at all. We just comment, folks, getting the information from the same place you get information from.
We talking about a current event.
But I'm just saying for conversation.
Let me segue that into this. Since we're dealing with the psychological stability of both of these individuals, let's take it away from them and bring it back kind of home a little bit. So let's talk about depression in Black men. How does depression slash anxiety show up in the real lives of us? Do we suffer from, these two debilitating
Why it's gotta be
issues?
two black men though? I'm
Because
just
we're
Yeah,
talking
saying. Why?
about
yeah,
because we're
because we're
talking about
talking
black
about
men
us.
right
What you
now.
Because
mean? We
I
can't
feel
talk
to
about
say,
us
as
right now.
women, I could definitely give you the run of the mill. I mean, let's not act like. I mean,
I, I think I think
hey,
I think I
I'm
think
finding more women got more triggers than men.
I
So
think
True,
that I
but it's
think that
easier
why
for
it's
y'all to
important
express that though.
I think that why it's important for us to have this conversation right now is because usually what happens whenever men start to talk about issues that challenge them emotionally and psychologically, it turns into the what we don't do for women conversation. And
okay,
women never get an opportunity to actually help us out in figuring ourselves out. So right now you got a beautiful opportunity to, kind of acknowledge whether or not depression and anxiety actually does exist, within our community with our men, and what does it look like, and what kind of things can we do, from your point of view, what kind of things can a woman do to recognize when her dude is suffering from depression or anxiety, as opposed to just thinking that the nigga is lazy and shiftless or just crying like a fucking bitch.
okay.
So my
So,
thing is, right, re,
Go ahead.
recently, you know what I'm saying? I think I had a little episode. I had an episode the other day, and I would say like pretty much like anxiety. Like I'm still suffering with like my little head hurting, like kind of in the neck, and in the part where it actually felt like I never felt nothing like that before in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like even through all my stuff, right? But this happens somebody that have an ear, or how Max said, man, you don't have to close in and not express that. So like even the other part, uh, the person that journeys with you, or they're strong enough to actually hear that look, I have to take the American dream out of the picture right now. I got to take the white picket fence, the kids and all that. It actually, because if I'm not good, nobody's not good. Not I'm a wild out and act out, but it's certain things in myself that I have to actually manifest into something positive. Because some days, like the other day, I was like, man, I've been doing these things for these years, but I had to realize that it changes. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not living in the past. I'm not living for the future. I'm living for the present. And my present says, sit your ass down today. You know what I'm saying? Like, take a look at yourself. And if somebody's there to not give their opinion, but still give you an ear, because I don't know what it is, so I'm gonna talk gibberish to try to even explain it to you, right? And so I don't know what the I, I don't know what the clinical term for depression is. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't say
Depression,
that I'm down on
nigga.
myself. No, but I don't
Depression,
say that
nigga.
I'm not down on myself, but it felt like I just got drained of all my energy because I've been putting out so much. But I think on the brave side of this shit, that I actually it became an awareness to me now. To breathe. And my heart rate still at 115 to 120. You know what I'm saying? So you know, that part right there. You know what I'm saying? So is it anxiety or is it the other one, panic? I'm not sure. Do anybody know the difference between anxiety or panic attack?
anxiety attack and a panic attack is pretty much the same thing, from my understanding. I might have it wrong though.
Oh, okay, all right.
I'll look it up for you though.
I also believe that it's taken to it's taken to different people different ways. Like a panic or an anxiety attack to you may not be the same as to me. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Okay, yeah.
They could have two different, you know what I'm saying, scenarios or feelings or whatever, however that go.
Yeah.
Well, it's looking like
But
a
the
panic
taking the
attack is
front of
more just a. I think a panic attack is more associated with fear, um, whereas anxiety is, just this feeling
It's
of shit being
prolonged. It's
wrong.
something like
Right,
Anxious,
right.
yeah,
It's just
yeah,
like
right,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah,
going
yeah.
away.
Hence the
Like a
titles,
panic
right?
right.
attack. Like when I go in the dressing room and I put on a shirt that was kind of too small, and then I realize I can't get this motherfucker off. I'm trying to get it over my head and I can't. And now I'm like, God,
just anxious,
And now I'm
anxiety.
claustrophobic because I feel
Yeah.
like I can't get
Well,
the shit off and I don't know what to do. And then I've had this happen to me before, and then I gotta
but
stop
that, but that
and I
yeah,
gotta
that's more than
breathe.
frustration than
I gotta
claustrophobia.
what
It's a
I'm
different
panicking
thing.
at this point,
So you,
right?
yeah,
Because
yeah,
right. So
anxiety,
I
right?
feel like so
So
and
yeah,
so and but again, it's noticing the triggers though because then I gotta stop and I gotta be stop, calm down, breathe. You've been here before. Okay, first of all,
but
just
Yeah.
chill out. Maybe wiggle this way, maybe wiggle that. But I've always had it happen with stuff that I tried on and I couldn't get out of. I've had it happen to me. I've had it happen to me in elevators too. That sometimes when the shit stops and you don't know why it stopped, I immediately get a little claustrophobic and stuff like that.
so
Um,
so
But
I believe for me personally, in terms of depression, it's I don't know how that looks, so I can't speak to how it may because I know I felt it when I was in Barstow and I was still with my mother, and it was just something about the energy. It's something about the energy of that city in general to me that took me to like this crazy place. Like, man, nigga, if this is all I got, I don't want to be
right,
here, nigga. Like,
right.
I'm so not no, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, I've had that. Like, there's something about that city that just drains it from me. But other than that, I don't know, man. My highs, my highs, my lows are my lows. I guess I don't know how that because I don't know how to attack depression because I don't notice when I'm depressed. I guess.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
I know exactly what you're saying.
I know exactly what you're saying too. And a lot of times you you just don't. I don't know. I
Right.
I thought I was a great communicator, but I'm realizing lately that I may not be a great communicator at all. I know that I say things when I'm pushed or when I'm upset. I'm more and more open then. But as in like but it's like okay, I'm gonna take a lot before I may explode. And then when I do explode it's a lot and then I have a lot to say, but normally I feel like I could, like you say, you could take a lick and keep on ticking. Like I feel like I do that a lot, and maybe in because and maybe just not address small issues when I probably should. And a lot of times, and a lot of times that happens because of maybe the people or the persons that you're communicating with. If you know they ain't gonna say shit your way, or I get tired of saying what I saying how I feel, and then end up being an argument where it's turned on me with how I feel, or
that's the bullshit
or
right there.
say
You can miss me
or
with that
say you
shit.
in a relationship and you try to come at it from a good place about well okay I let you talk and say what you're gonna say but then I say well this is what I feel like last week I feel like you might have did something and it hit me the wrong way and then at the end of the day it turned into something else and it wasn't how I thought it was gonna go and I'm just like well this was kind of
That's
supposed to
how it
be
was
like
intended.
it was supposed to be something addressing us, but then I just feel like fuck is me, and I don't,
So,
and
so
that's
no,
not what I said it for. So I tend not to say a lot now. And so in reference with the
but you know what,
depression
Shell?
is that you don't know who to address it with because you feeling a lot of things. Like how you like okay, so like average day of depression for me might be like okay, not in a relationship, doesn't seem like you're gonna be in one anytime soon, even though those times might change. So you gotta look at the fact that I'm 45. I don't have any kids because I'm not in some type of relationship. I doubt if I'm gonna have a kid before I'm 50. And even if that was the case, who the fuck trying to have a kid at 50? It's done every day. But I got other underlying health issues too. So now you have that remorse about you just in this world by yourself. You haven't. It's not even so much about procreating, but sometimes you you want to know that I guess maybe it's the thought of I'm gonna put love into somebody that's gonna love me back. Because you kind of figure like a kid is gonna love you back, or at least depend on you, or at least you have the hope that it would go that way. as in a relationship could come and go. Although I would hope that the relationship would last, but I look at a kid different than I look at the relationship with the man. I
So
figure
because you're
that this
tied
one,
by
this
blood, goddammit.
like this mine, like I'm gonna love this kid, and this kid gonna love me, and
Yeah,
and maybe that's gonna
because you
feel
have
that
to.
because you have to, because I'm gonna love you,
So I mean, you know what I
So
mean? It's the blood.
right. So
Yeah.
I think it comes in many forms, and so you have all that going on, and then like for instance, and then I had my knee surgery, so then I didn't even work over a year. Where you're feeling like you ain't bringing shit to the table. You got people telling you you're beautiful every day, but you're feeling like you're worthless. I'm not working. But then I had to have people remind me, well, you're not working for a reason. You ain't working just because you quit your job.
Yeah.
You working because you
I
had a
would.
condition to where you can't do what you was actively doing, but you don't feel like that when you in it. You know,
Sure,
so
I
for
know that's why we
me,
related.
so
I,
for me, it's a sense of feeling useless and worthless. But again, it's till I don't.
mm,
Because I have great days of confidence. Well, you can't tell me I'm not the shit. Or I know where I'm going. I feel like today is a good day. But again, I got times where I'm driving the car and I'm just fucking crying. And again, like I said, in who you gonna who you gonna call? Who you gonna tell? And yes, you're
so
supposed to
look,
be able to have your
so
person, but right.
let me put that to sleep for you. We gonna rock a bye baby this motherfucker right now. So the whole thing is that I understand your sentiments right now because I felt like that uh that me not working or making a certain amount of revenue, right? So I had to actually put that all the way to sleep because we have done great things. We have made our impact. You know what I'm saying? We have made it to that point. So when you start taking the money aspect out of the thing, right? Like I need to have $50,000 before I could do this, right? The moment that you put $10 in the car, you ain't gonna have that 50,000 no more. So you're gonna keep on going and going and going, right? But the thing is, when you get faced with uh, I wouldn't even say a disability or a lack of this. One thing you got to have people that's loyal to you and that's confidant to you, right? Because we're not here to say that I wake up in the morning, I'm gonna count all my ducats, right? So just because 50 cents is missing off the dress, that don't mean I ain't shit, right? So it's no losses, it's only lessons. Remember that. It's no losses, it's only lessons, right? Because we'll lose sleep over thinking all night about the part that we have to get for the future, but we never look at the present. If my legs hurt, if I'm deflected with something, my big toe, ingrown toenail, can take you out. A piece of sand in the eye could take you out from performing, right? Secondly, right, the person that you talk to has to understand that y'all are both growing. This is all new to me because I never had to address the issue, right? This is how I'm actually feeling, right? That don't mean that I'm lacking of anything, right? But that means that we are gaining a new respect and understanding on how we have to process from this point, right? And that is what I had to do in my head the other day, right? I can say I'm way out here further, whatever, but that moment of peace or the moment of trauma, right? Because it is traumatizing because we think we're suffering some kind of way because we're not getting validated by somebody else. Fuck validation from anybody who's saying whatever your accolades are, right? Or where you should be in your life at this age. You know what I'm saying? And to mess with toxic people, we got to go back and unpack 10 years on top of that shit, plus a little bit more. Whatever's in the
Right.
back pocket, in the sand in your shoe, in that monkey on your back. You know what I'm saying? So with that is a person that's a confidant that lends the ear to you, that said they're not gonna be even offer no opinions, like that's how you feel. What can you do, Shell, that you think that you can unpack because it's really up to you. You know what I'm saying? It's really up to all of
Like I
us
just like
to get past that shit.
how do you like? But again, and I know this conversation is about men, and maybe it's they relate too. But like, how do you stop yourself from like not going to those dark places? like
Because the
I would
thing is,
assume that with the whole thing with men, and like how do you stop yourself from not going to those dark places?
You
Like, because
don't.
again, once you in it,
you
you
don't.
in it. But
You
how do you
don't.
feel like, right?
You
It's like,
just
how do you
navigate them
get
differently.
yourself
I
out?
got
Yeah, you
I
gotta
got
like
real
Don't.
anger
have
issues.
mind,
Yeah, you
right?
navigate them
Look,
differently.
I
You
got real
don't.
look, I got real anger issues, like for real anger issues. Like to the point where it's scary. Because just like Keith be saying, I be worrying about this dude, just somebody just gave this for a reason to do whatever allegedly. Right?
Right.
Like it's all the way live at 5 on 10. I had to actually calm down because I would get in the car and drive
Driving
there.
five
I'll
at
put
10.
you
All of that.
underneath wherever I need to do that.
But
Like
that's just it
relentless,
though. That's just it
right?
though.
But
We
the whole
navigate
thing
them
is,
Right.
right?
differently, bro.
The climate is not made for that no more. You know what I'm
Different
saying? It's the
calculations,
thing
man.
is, so the thing is, right? To surround myself by, you know what I'm saying, positive women that understands that. Look, I'm not, I'm not good at everything all of the time. I'm not perfect at nothing, right? But if I can't come to you because I really don't like, I don't argue at all. You know what I'm saying? I'll walk away in silence, just leave your ass. What they call me a ghoster, I'm a ghoster. You know what I'm saying?
I
Because
try.
I'm not. I'm
I
look.
try.
I'm not gonna get 10 steps back on what I've been working on, even in my time, because I'm more at peace riding around in my car and not listening to shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, not. And I don't even be trying to put it on Mac, right? But Mac, he understands because he been here. He could drive around the corner and the phone don't work. Like literally, I got to drive 500 miles. But the thing is that he understands because he knows me. You know what I'm saying? But the whole thing is, he's like, Nikki, whatever it is that you need to get over this thing, because he deals with the same thing, right? But the thing is, just like he said, it's a group of women that we can have around to even attempt to try to understand and shut the hell up for a minute to actually let us get it out. You know what I'm saying? We would tell you the truth, just like we said before. It's like we love being around the kids. We love being in the family atmosphere, and I think that's all things. So we don't have to call our mama, because our mama was never all that. Day. Our mamas didn't raise us to be men. You know what I'm saying? Our mamas guided us to tell us what do we need to pay attention to have women in your life and to nourish that part. You understand what I'm saying? So
Mm.
even if the streets raised us, but we still had mentors that actually kept us online. And if we walked away, it's like, I don't know what the hell she's talking about, and it will pop your ass in the mouth. Don't never talk that way about this woman. Period. And you better not say nothing about him neither. And
I
that is
just
the part that we all in bonded.
I just think
Period.
men are better at picking choosing their spots, that's all. But emotion flows through all of us. So,
Yeah, because we
you know what
still
I'm
go we
saying?
still going we're gonna pick the home. We're gonna pick the home. It don't matter how tomorrow we'll sit outside in front of the let the lights go out and try to go in the garage. Or that side door open or we got a key somewhere else. But we'll be in that garage out the cold behind the brown paper boxes on top of those newspapers. But we make sure our home is good before we walk away. Even if we go around the corner and and have another family around the block with somebody that listens to us. But what you expect? You lose your feet, you lose your seat. God damn it. If you can't listen to what I'm saying, I'm out the door. You know what I'm saying? So why I keep on trying to convince you of my day? Because that is adding on to my anxiety. Because I'm not gonna leave. I'm not gonna leave
The
around you to
titles.
be myself. I'm not gonna fake it till I make it in your presence. You know what I'm saying? If all I get is hey, I'm just like, not say I tone you out, but it's like, okay, I know that you'll never get it. But when it's time for you, and you need that ear to listen to, right? If you get depressed, or you're gonna run to the next Tom, Dick, and Harry and come back to this and say, oh, this time passed, so I kind of knew what you was talking about. No, you didn't. You just went somewhere else and you didn't get the same reaction, so you right back here. So yeah, now Matt, would you say that is a depression action, action of depression, or would you say that's a get out anxiety or that part? Because or does it all combine into one big ass nucleus that we still try to
Well,
proud?
I'm wholly unqualified to answer that question, but we got somebody in the comments that is. So in the comments you can answer what he said. What I was going to say is that for me, first of all, um, I never recognized depression in myself. It kind of gets told to me, and then I got to go back and look at the way that I've been uh, interacting with people. So what happens with me is this. First of all, I'm a fixer, right? I fucking solve problems. That's what I do. It's where I get my sense of myself. You know what I'm saying? My sense of manhood, all of that. I'm a fucking problem solver. And there comes times where um, things appear to me never to go right. Right. So say if I got six different, I'm juggling six different plates, you know what I'm saying, at one time, them motherfuckers is gonna fall down. You know what I'm saying? Something ain't gonna happen right, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm saying it different. If I'm juggling six different plates at the same time, it's not never that one of them fucks up and I can replace it and keep going with the other five. It's that all the motherfuckers go down at one time, right? So when I have scenarios that it seems like everything I'm fucking trying to do is going wrong, I can pinpoint times where I've literally made the decision in my head, man, fuck that. I ain't doing this shit either. I ain't fixing to waste my time on this shit. This shit ain't gonna go right. Man, I'm fixing to play the game. I'm fixing to fucking sleep. I'm fixing to go play golf. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get, for me, I get this sense of futility, right? That no matter how hard I try, the shit ain't gonna go right. And then my response to that is, well, fuck it then. I don't even fucking need to try. And I think that it kind of comes out if my woman is around me. What she'll see is this sense of malaise, like, nigga don't want to get off the couch, or I don't want to talk. Like, don't fucking talk to me, man. I'm irritated at the sound of your voice because when you usually talking to me, you looking for a solution, and I usually got it. I'm your man, and I ain't got no fucking solutions for nobody. Now I do, but I ain't trying to give them. You know what I'm saying? And I
Because
think,
motherfuckers keep failing. I understand that.
I think that's how that kind of depression shows up in my life for me as a black man, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
if my woman is around me and she notices this, fucking not even a gradual but a abrupt change in my disposition, my willing to interact, my um how fucking long I'm fucking talking on the phone to Frank or Nick, you know what I'm saying, about some bullshit. All that shit kind of gets you know, reduced down to I just need to be with me type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the in your life version of curling up in a ball.
Right.
Right.
I have like the
And
moodiness and like just easily agitated. Like fuck. I like why you asking me that? Why you calling? Like like it's kind of like right.
now anxiety, and I suffer from it, not undiagnosed, but I know what the fuck it is. And it ain't fear. It ain't panic. You know what I'm saying?
Pressure. It's pressure.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
pressure.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
just
This
pressure.
this this fucking this this inescapable idea of the inevitable fuck up that's coming.
It
But
has
I
to
gotta
be something.
but I can't get away from it. I gotta stay here and wait for it. It's gonna be fucked up.
But I got to get to it to go through
But
it.
right.
but
And the
but you know
closer
what?
I get to it, the more antsy I get. I had a full fledged fucking
Man.
I had a full fucking
Oh
man, I
my
had a
God.
fucking anxiety attack that was so fucking crazy the other day, man. I was sweating and couldn't breathe. And yeah, nigga.
See,
Yeah.
and I think that's crazy because, like with me, again, I couldn't recognize it because I don't know how to recognize it. So I may just be walking past this shit all the time because I'm in this fucking realm of fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. If it's not, it's not. I can only control what I can control, right? But I don't put much effort in controlling the shit that I know I should be controlling, because I know that once I start putting that effort in, it's gonna be somebody or something there to fuck it all the way up. And I'll be like, baby steps, nigga. But never get there with baby steps. You know what I'm saying?
So look,
So it's a
so
pressure. It's a pressure, man.
so
It's a pressure.
I said the day before yesterday, I told myself I was mentally and physically done with beat myself up. You know what I'm saying? Not beat myself up as the part where it's like, no, maybe God in the universe telling me that this is the step I always skip over. You know what I'm saying? Not like I'm on a hamster wheel on this, but I don't have the courage to say to myself, like, it's okay to sit down. I'm always going. I can wake up, I don't even sleep that much. I can just wake up and just, like I say, just get in the car, just go drive outside, just walk this nervous energy, like I'm a nervine or something. You know what I'm saying? And it's not perpetuated by drugs and alcohol or the sense I don't know where I'm going. I don't have no direction. I know clearly where my energy is being drawn. My energy is
Exactly.
being drawn
I was
right
about to
to like
say,
the
you
right
can't.
people. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
something else.
So my thing is, like, how do I divide up my time to understand this now, even still deal with myself? Because I know, and I'm not even afraid to say that it's gonna end up where I'm gonna be at this place talking about, they're gonna be standing on me with the scissors talking about we need to cut the stomach out, how we gonna reattach it. And I'm not accepting of that result, right? Colostomy bags and messing up my little sex life, because I'm still trying to have some kids around here. At 50, 60 years old, I'm be still be pumping it out. You know,
Hey,
I'm on the
hey, it's
ready.
possible.
More power to you, brother.
You know what I'm
It's
saying? No, it's
possible.
possible. It's the whole thing.
It's
It's a demon
possible.
inside of me. Not
And
a
since you
demon, but I'm
like,
saying it's like I got that. You know what I'm saying?
if
Look,
believe you me,
that,
man, we gonna be here to help you raise the motherfuckers when you get old. At least I am.
I throw that
I'm,
football for your
no, but
ass when
yeah,
you
about the
can't.
same age, nigga.
He said, I'm gonna
I
throw up
got
for
your
you
but
when you
back,
but
nigga.
can't.
Don't even trip.
but the thing
I'm
is,
gonna
right?
throw up for you when you
Lump
Even
them
can't.
right on there
even
with mine, nigga.
you know what I'm saying? So this newfound awareness that I have now, right? It's even hard for some of my lady friends to understand, because they say, how can we assist you? I said, no, don't try to follow me, view me, because this is all new. You know what I'm saying? It might not be a hit record, it might only go gold, but it's gonna be a symphony of beautiful music, a beautiful energy, a beautiful vibration that's gonna be out there. You know what I'm saying?
We
I don't
already
know how it's gonna go.
Ain't that make
You know
crazy
what I'm saying?
sense?
But I'm saying, are you gonna be around to hear it or listen to it? Do you have the strength to deal with me? Can you sustain the hit? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna tell you no vindictive words. I don't want to hear no vindictive words out your mouth. Because I'm just gonna be straight gangster. All the undoing of the fuck niggas y'all been fucking with, or fuck females that these dudes be dealing with, right? When it comes in my zone, you gotta X that all out. You gotta have a clean slate. Are you healed enough to even deal with this part? Because I'm healing even more because I dealt with it already. And look, Piranha Pie, we gotta take is I know out of our conversation. What are we gonna experience in the present right now? You know what I'm saying? Because we're not trying to retrieve the shit from the past. We're trying to get this new energy and new understanding. Because we made it through all this stuff, and it's a world crisis. It still is. And for us to stay mentally strong, and even giving this platform right here to even give voice to other people that chime in, whatever, or we getting viewed, not followed. But you can
Yeah,
follow if you want to.
come
You know what I'm
view and
saying?
follow. Come hang out.
Yeah,
Come
and
talk.
and and
Be
and,
amongst.
and, and and the whole
Help
thing,
us
like I said, it's gonna be a beautiful
figure
symphony.
this
You know
shit
what I'm saying?
out.
Because we ain't no fake woke, we ain't fake busy, right? We're actually striving ahead. You know what I'm saying? Because they can catch this fade. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying,
I
shit.
got office hours, goddamn it. And for them office hours, I'm broke as a motherfucker. After that,
What?
I don't think so, nigga.
That's
Catch
hard.
me the next day. I'll be woke back up one more time. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
that's the whole thing. So that's where
But to
we
that
actually
depression
at on the
thing
front.
though, that depression thing is a cold wave to surf, to navigate, because um especially for those who aren't in particular situations that can even do for themselves and gotta ask for help and just really don't know how, or like especially as men, they get black, white, green, or indifferent, but men, if you're a real man, not being able to provide not only for yourself but for those around you is a crazy thing. Crazy
Hey,
thing.
but
That's
hey,
why a
but
lot of motherfuckers just walk away from it though. You know what I'm saying? Some people ain't built for the pressure, man. I
but you
mean,
just said the coldest thing, right? You said the coldest thing, Frank. It's like you got your necessities on lock. You got to get up, wash your ass, wash your face, brush your teeth. You know what I'm saying? Put on your shoes, tie them up, and go out there and make some out of nothing, right?
at
You know what I'm
least go
saying?
try,
Even if
goddammit.
like so, and that's the
At
thing, the
least go give it
effort.
the old college try, nigga. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people talk about it, but not being about it. It's like that's what Matt. Remember we used to say, "Hey, your actions speak louder than your words." You know
Right.
what I'm saying? You could sit over here and peacock and say all the shit you want. I'm the latest in the credits. I got this and this. Okay, what is your actions saying it? You know what I'm saying? Is your actions speaking for it? And that is the whole point. Because people, they can put on $1,000 outfit, you know what I'm saying, and have their kids walking behind them with snotty nose and shit. Are you still making it? Or you looking like you campaigning for somebody can get on your line? That's how they say it right now. Get on your line, get on your timeline. But you don't have nothing to bring to the table. There's no even exchange. Basic necessities, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I
But
mean,
like so we're
oh,
alive. So it's the like my mama said, it's not a day without the struggle, right? If we have the positive mindset on said that if we talk about it, but if we actually doubt ourselves and put that what we used to say that sermon, that spell into the universe, right? That's what you're gonna get back. You put out pool, it's gonna be pool. Look, something can shit in the corner. You keep on putting newspaper on it, it's either gonna bleed through or the fly's gonna come there. But it's still shit under there. You can put as much newspaper you want, it's gonna come out of that goddamn corner.
All
bro.
right. Well,
Period.
speaking of which, that's a great segue. Let me hit y'all with this last joint on the way out.
Uh-oh. Let's do it. What we got?
Yeah, that was sad.
Oh man.
He died.
Oh, Ezel, right?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. AJ Johnson like
Rest in
that.
peace,
Yeah.
bro.
Smokey!
Yep.
Smokey! Smokey! Smokey, what the hell you doing back here? Hey, nothing, man. Hey, I'm fixing something. Hey, just stay over there. But I thought you wanted me to wash your car. Hey, man, wash it later. Stay over there. You know I ain't the smartest man in the world, but from over
right.
here, look like
Look
you're
like
taking
you're
a
taking that
shit.
shit.
Ezel.
You
You ain't even going on. Well, get the hell out of my face.
eating
All right,
corn.
man. All right, but look, between me and you, man, when you're done, I'll clean all that shit up for you for $2. Hey, hey, you better not tell nobody, man. Man, I'm not, man. Keep it on the down low. All right, I'm not like that. I'm gonna keep it down. Hey, Smokey back here taking a
Taking
shit.
the shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
ain't gonna tell nobody else.
I won't tell nobody else, nigga.
My
Hey,
nigga.
but hey,
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Rest in
Cop
hey,
is
peace,
but you
bro.
know
on.
what?
That's crazy, man. That's
All the way
crazy,
to
bro.
Louisiana too with Master P, Black and Blue. I got the hookup.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Black and Blue. I got
And
the
a whole bunch
hookup.
of shit.
I was watching the thing on your rest in
This
peace on
nigga
my
was
man.
Easy E in
That's what I was
the
just about to say.
Trey Day
In the
video.
I
video.
was just about to say I watched the whole little shit about how
Yeah,
that came
that was
about
it.
and how they ended up switching the motherfucker because Easy E wanted the motherfucker to do him in this video, so they had him for
And
the run of the
Suge was
video,
like,
and
fuck
Suge was
that.
like, "Nah, nigga, that's what's not gonna happen." That nigga was like, "They already paid me." That nigga was like, "Nigga, I don't give a fuck about none of that. That ain't happening." So they went and got a whole nother motherfucker to play Easy, nigga. He was
Yep.
Easy no more, nigga.
So they don't have no
Yes,
details on how
sir.
he left us, though. You don't have no details.
I haven't
Uh,
heard anything personal.
nah, this is
Yeah.
just today.
Just hit, yeah, just
Yeah,
smacked out.
I hadn't heard anything on how it, what was the cause yet or nothing like that. Just the fact that he passed, right?
Yeah.
I hope this ain't no like Mandela effect type shit, and that nigga still over there in Cuba or Haiti or something with children. So that'd be fucked up because don't nobody know how he died. Everybody know what he did. Like, all right, so we gonna wait
But
till all the shit come through.
you know what I'm saying? Because I remember back in the day, I saw him on Def Comedy Jam. He was like one of the first ones. Cause
Yeah, he was one
when
of
you
the
really
first
think
ones,
about
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you think about
Yeah.
that whole thing, he didn't get you know what I'm saying? He was on TV, but he actually went straight to movies. You know what I'm saying? So you know, like Martin and them, they went to like television
Sitcoms
and
and
did the
shit. Yeah.
sitcoms and
Yeah,
shit.
they
But he
did
was
so
like,
many, but
he,
they got established. You see,
you know
he
what I'm
went
saying?
straight to movies, right?
But I mean, that nigga was a street comic. Like a
Right.
lot of them don't do that shit, man.
Yeah.
Only a very few motherfuckers take that path, bro. That's why it's very
Yeah.
few out there. The most motherfuckers be in the streets, nigga, trying to make it like you make it, and happy with them fucking likes on YouTube and motherfucking hits on his podcast, because that's basically what he rocking with right now. His fucking fan base. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got that mobile shit now. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take your fan base with you, nigga.
Yeah.
Having that make up, that's what it is.
Yeah. So he
You gotta
remind
be
like it's
powered
still
by
he
your
reminds
people,
me.
man. Gotta be
He
powered by
reminds
your
me
people.
of, you know what I'm saying, Robert Harrison, or he you know what I'm saying, other one, man, Ricky, you know what I'm saying,
Ricky Harris.
W Balls,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying,
Ricky
like
Harris.
all those dudes,
that cat was phenomenally talented, bro.
you know what I'm saying. So then the thing is, right, you got your Faison Loves, your Corey Holcombs, like people that really was like in the whole thing, and like it made us laugh for like years, man. And it's like, you know, they need to do a whole documentary of that whole crew from like the, you know what I'm saying, like after the 80s, after your Eddie Murphys and your thing, like who I would even say the whole Def Comedy Jam, like
Circuit,
the
right.
Laugh Factories, you know what I'm
And
saying,
if
that
y'all,
actually
and
was
when
like
y'all do,
impactful.
The
don't
comedy
forget to shout
improv
this
and all that.
motherfucker out for his idea, because that's some bullshit. We could have did that yesterday. You can't be just
You know
giving
what I'm
out
saying?
you can't be dropping all the jewels and shit like that on the net. You just can't do it.
But I'm saying that's what happens when you're in the woods, dog. You got time to like think when you actually start cleaning your mind of shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Think where
saying?
you can
And
drop
it
all
feels,
them jewels.
you know what? And I said what, man? This like one of the hardest things I had to do, right? Is first accept my I wouldn't call it disability, but my limitations. First of all, right? My mobility. Um, even my part where I second guess myself on it's okay to sit down. Like who told us it was bad to take a nap? Where did that come from? You know what I'm saying? I remember we used to make a pallet on the floor. Y'all take a nap when Guided Light in General Hospital was on, and
Ain't
y'all
no
wake
money
up
in
right
taking
before
a nap. That's what we got that from.
right
Ain't,
before
ain't no money in
Right.
taking a nap, and basically it's been embedded in me being in prison. You don't take naps in
Right.
prison. I mean,
No
you know,
fucking nap, nigga.
yeah,
Sleep
unless
when I'm
you
dead,
just some whole other nigga, right? You know what I'm saying? It's just
what you got
you know
the
what
sock
I'm
in
saying.
the soap and coming up with the
Niggas don't
blanket or
sleep in
something?
this
I
damn
said,
prison,
look,
nigga. You up
I
and
said
alert and
that.
up and out.
I said that shit last. Look, I said that shit
But
last
I would
yesterday.
think that you
Yes,
would be
last
okay to sleep.
yesterday
You
to
got that
somebody
much
like,
time.
I'm
Ain't no
fixing to go
nap.
take a nap.
You better be 70 and really with the like the slow man shit. Like you can't be 70 and active one of the big homies.
Man,
Nah,
I'm gonna be
nigga.
in the
Hit the
rotunda
yard, nigga.
taking a nap.
Hit the yard, nigga. You
No,
feel
you ain't,
I'm
nigga.
in the
You're gonna be in
rotunda.
the
I'm in the
rotunda
rotunda.
with your boots on, nigga. What you
You know what I'm
talking
saying?
about?
Nigga, it ain't no old folks home, nigga.
No, where you think
Well,
you
I
at?
don't know. You might be able to
Rotunda.
get away with that shit now, but nah, not back
Oh, I
then.
You
thought
know
Nigga.
what I'm
you
saying?
were saying
I'm in the
when you could
rotunda.
you could like take a nap all day if you wanted
The
to.
fuck no. I
Okay, you
mean,
better
depending on where you
better
at,
roll that little thin mattress up on the top of your
right?
bunk and do it moving.
Depending on where you at and what you about.
Oh,
Get
you
your
can
ass
roll
up
it
and
You
do
up.
this
can.
fucking
In
time.
some places you can, I guess, nigga, but nah, not none of
You
the
can
places I've
roll
been
it
in.
up
We don't
and do
fuck
this
around like that.
time.
Yeah, we don't fuck around like that, nigga. We programmers, nigga.
Get your
Let's
ass on
get
the
Yeah,
it.
program.
Let's get it, nigga. Let's
Get on the
get it, nigga.
program.
And whatever the day may bring, nigga, let's go get
Right.
it.
yeah.
You
But the thing is, I thank y'all for even bringing that to, because that's what y'all must have felt my energy, because that's what I've been dealing with for the last 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying, about this,
Hey man.
anxiety and stuff like that. And although you know I can't I can't drink and smoke weed and stuff, and I probably did a whole lot of that in my days. You know
You
what I'm
get
saying?
enough
But
of it.
I swear I was a little healthy when I was drinking Remy every day. I was nice, slim, and thin, drinking a fifth and a half pint. You know what I'm saying? kind of good. Put in the freezer. I ain't had to take no nap. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I've heard some say the piranha pond is something like the fountain of youth, y'all. Let's keep this up. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what I'm saying?
That's exactly what I'm talking
All right,
about. So
y'all.
I finally
wait.
got some signal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I had
Welcome
to
back, though, bro. That's crazy.
And you
I
in here
had to
like you
travel
never left.
500 miles to get
Right?
some signal.
You were
Really?
getting
I had to
all
travel
in today.
500 miles.
That's all right, though. You got it. That was
Pulled
good
over,
shit.
took a nap. Pulled over, took a nap, and
So you show up
try
on
to get to
Wednesday.
it by 5 o'clock.
That was good
Yeah,
shit,
that
bro.
might be
That was
that might
nice.
be a problem. So you know what I'm saying? One day is getting to, but I said I came in on a good one.
I'm gonna tell you,
You
you
know
did
what I'm
damn
saying?
good, brother. You did damn good. I
Nick,
appreciate
Hey,
it.
but hey,
what's
best
So if I know what you want to ask, and don't do it.
okay? Okay,
what? Do what?
okay.
What happened?
You all saw what we saw in the background.
Yeah,
And,
I
and
had
the
to,
little
I had
and
to
the
switch
little
my whole
puppies
face
ain't,
up.
and the little puppy's not even there no more. So
Don't
you
even, don't even,
you
don't
saw
even.
that.
What?
You already said don't even, so why you don't even?
You already
Right.
you saw what we saw, and not all of them gone.
Yeah, nigga, the
Oh, you talking about
hilarity, bro.
Right.
Fucking
Right.
hilarious,
You saw the
bro.
little Caucasian woman come to the door, and now the
Shit.
puppy's gone.
Fucking
You know what it is?
hilarious.
I ain't seen nothing.
Allegedly.
Hey,
y'all
I
I ain't
had to fix
seen
my whole
nothing.
face. Nigga. Hey, I had to change my whole expression when I see this. Oh shit!
Like, come on.
I don't know what y'all talking about.
I know you don't.
I had already had questions on who was the puppy,
Oh,
but then when
fucking
he came through the door and threw us with a friend
hilarious,
out the door,
nigga.
I said, "Oh, I see what we got going on here."
They got corral right on that. No puppies allowed in these motherfuckers in the filming, nigga.
No puppies in the water, goddammit.
Oh shit!
What's going on with the puppy?
Fucking face hurt. That's why.
And now the cage open,
Fucking hilarious, nigga.
and they go.
Hey, I'm thinking to myself, man, you really gonna let that white woman just steal your dog? But that's okay.
But ran into my mind was that okay? I see what the hell going on, and he got some internet, and he ain't went off one time.
And I did what?
Shit,
well,
bro.
He in a,
what I'm gonna do?
he in a professional establishment.
Trying to save you, Nick. So with
Oh,
that,
fuck, bro.
we're gonna bring this one to a close.
Y'all crazy.
Very
Crazy.
Right.
Oh, this nigga
No,
went and
they
got
still got him. She didn't steal him all, nigga. That motherfucker's evidence. Put it back, nigga. Put
At
it back.
least,
It's evidence, nigga. I
at
could
least
have
two
I
had
just
ran out
had
when you opened the door. But who knew?
But
Who knew
look,
Ike
they
and Mike was in the
twins.
corner?
put the motherfuckers back. They evidence, nigga. Somebody ran off with the rest of them.
Look, one, this the boy, and this the girl. They two twins.
They are pretty dogs, though. Yeah, they pretty as
I'm
hell.
glad.
Hey,
I'm glad
mama,
somebody
you daddies.
let you use their Wi-Fi.
That's funny though, bro. Hey,
I'm glad
just know that
somebody
for all those who was watching
use
at
their
that particular
Wi-Fi.
moment, nigga, the world's mind exploded. What the fuck
Because
is
when
going on back there?
because when Karen opened that door and told the little puppies to come on, hey, I ran out. I had questions. But
What
the
the
Wi-Fi signal never gave
At
out.
that
So wherever
particular
he
moment,
was,
nigga, you had everybody's
wherever he
mind
was,
in
I knew he
unison,
had
nigga.
some
I
Wi-Fi.
can bet you that,
And
nigga.
that's
I
all
can
at
bet
the end of the
you
day.
that,
I
nigga.
was only worried about him having good Wi-Fi. And the signal was strong because he ain't never cut out one time.
And look, so allegedly, right? It's not a Karen. It's African American.
Right.
Long Ku Klux.
I kept saying, wow. Wow.
Yes, she is not white.
Oh,
And that's
shit.
messed up that you think I'll be that.
It was the way she came
I
in,
didn't-
nigga.
Right.
Came in on her
That's
hands
what it
and
was.
knees.
It was the
my
whole.
nigga.
It was the whole
She
come in.
scooted all down,
Real,
nigga, like she
hey,
was doing
nigga, real, way too graceful. Not to say that our women ain't that graceful,
He was acting like a
but that wasn't
Yeah,
Karen
that.
that's fucked up.
who really like puppies.
That's fucked up.
That is fucked up.
I didn't
It's goddamn piranha pond, damn it. You know what I'm saying? Gotta love.
Hey, but you know what? At least you're not in the van.
Shout
They
out to
having
my
mental
niece.
issues.
Shout out to my niece, Kay.
Shout
I
out.
see you,
Yeah,
Kay.
all right. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Executive producer, I see you in here. You done missed a good one, so you got to go back and watch these highlights.
Oh, she
But
just jumped in.
just know that Nick Wi-Fi didn't give out because you just came on. You know what we're talking
Yeah, we
about.
got a
Just
nice
know
portion
that
of Nick
got
today.
some
That
good
was nice.
Wi-Fi. We're gonna see how this shit gonna win.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I might have to
Just
get
know that,
result because I might
and
get
just know
booted
that
out.
there were puppies involved.
All
Know
I'm
that.
gonna say.
Allegedly.
Oh, Chena up in here too. Hey, Chena.
Hey,
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah, there were puppies involved.
Hey.
Pond in the building.
Hey, I
Every
like
second.
that little font that you got now. So we upgrade all kind of stuff now then.
What?
Because the words,
Who you talking
the
to?
titles and everything look different when they
Oh,
come in
yeah.
from the
You ain't
live
been here
feed.
in a minute, huh? You ain't been here in a minute, huh?
Of course not, Frank. I live in I just got that spot. And
No, hold on.
man, if
Look,
y'all actually videotape all that,
I don't know,
well,
but I
okay.
do know. Welcome back, Carter. You know what I'm saying? Welcome
I
back,
got
Carter.
you.
That was live. I appreciated it.
All right, let's go on and
Yeah,
slide
so-
on up out of here.
Yes, sir.
What I want to do, I want to thank everybody for joining us on Facebook, YouTube Live. Y'all know what it is. Shout out to everybody in the comments. What else? If you joined us on Facebook, jump over on the YouTube side of the game. Give us a sub over there. What else? Oh, shout out to Nick's Wi-Fi.
Shout out to this.
shout out to the puppy pond.
Shout out to the puppy
I was
pond.
gonna say it, but I said I'm being messy at this
So
point.
that.
I'm just gonna be messy.
For
Shout out
sure
to the
that.
puppy pond. The
Yes,
puppy.
sir. In the building.
Y'all know what it is. Like, share,
Darren.
subscribe. Check us out on the replay. Give us a comment that show up in real time. We always like that. And y'all know what it is.
Oh, yeah.
We have been live at 5/7 Central from the
Live at
Piranha
5.
Pond. And now we